question we've asked: Scottie Scheffler versus Xander Schauffele. Who's having the better year? Patrick, your hot take.
So we aren't too far removed from a similar conversation in 2019, right? Yes. Brooks Koepka, multiple-time major season, Rory McIlroy, player of the year. And like every great sports debate, it gets settled in the postseason, right? What are you going to do for me in the FedEx Cup playoffs? And we have seen winning that trophy matters, even though, I mean, honestly, Scottie won it without it when he choked that one away to Rory a couple years ago. So I think ultimately Scottie Scheffler will be your player of the year. How could you not? I mean, first guy to win more than 5 times since Vijay Singh, or since Tiger Woods, one of them, right? When they won 8 or 9 times, too many to count. But if you asked players truthfully in their hearts of hearts whose year you would want, it is Xander Schauffele's. So I'm siding with the players. I'm a player coach. I'm a player media member. All these things. I love the players. Xander. So with that in mind, Xander Schauffele is my player of the year. Not PGA Tour player of the year, but player of the year.
The only problem is, and I agree with you, every single player would want probably Xander's year, but the players are the one who vote for this. So it's like you're
yeah. But
like,
with Jay like over their shoulder, being like, "Ooh, you're really gonna pick A there?" I think the answer is B.
The 2019 year for Brooks Koepka was, he didn't win 2 majors in 19.
Yeah, he only won 1.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, was it 18 then?
I think it was 18. So PGA and the US Open, and Rory's 8. No, because Rory's 19 was
19.
Yeah, because Rory's 19 was the Players, the RBC Canadian, and then the Tour Championship. And Brooks's 19 was the PGA.
He finished top 10.
Yes. He finished top 10 in all of them. 2 runner-up finishes, a win, a 4th, which is a sick finish. And he also won the St. Jude that year, the WGC event. So he had 2 wins.
2 majors.
4 top 4s. So that's, I remember this now. Now, Greg,
a little different.
This is a lot more than Rory won. What Scottie did.
Yes. And he has the Masters.
Yeah.
and the players, right? Yeah. So like, if you were to think about this as objectively as you possibly can we put a value on majors? How many wins is a major worth? Well, let's call it 3. So majors 3 times more likely, more important than a regular PGA Tour win. Not that Scottie's won any regular events, but because they're all signature events. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, a signature event counts as 1, a Players counts as 1, a major counts as 3. Well, Scottie has 5, and then 3 puts him at 8.
I would even say Players in this scale. I would put Players at it 2.
We put Players at it 2, so Scottie's at 9, Xander's at 6. But the separation is still there because Scottie has the Masters. And I would also say not every player would rather have Xander's year because Scottie has the Masters. I think there are a lot of players that may put the Masters a little bit higher up. One of them, for absolute certainty, would be Rory McIlroy.
That's fair. That is a fair point.
Now, winning the Masters brings you a lifetime invitation to a major every year. It carries a little extra special weight. This one until you're 60. I mean, as we learned from Tiger this year, or were reminded from Tiger this year, it's still a very big deal to win the Open. It's a huge deal to win the PGA. But I think Scottie's season is still ahead of Xander's. But it's not done, right? I mean, a playoff sweep for Xander.
King of Eastlake.
But would it be crazy to think Xander wins 3 playoff events in a row? No.
Well, what happens when Scottie Scheffler wins the St. Jude, the BMW, but only starts with a 2-stroke lead over Xander at Eastlake, and then Xander wins the FedEx Cup. What happens then?
Co-players of the year.
Like Scottie's going to win the BMW championship, have 7 wins in a major in the players under his belt, go in with a two-stroke
crazy, it's the same amount. If you beat the other guy by 1 point, you get a 2-stroke lead.
And then Xander's going to clip him and win the FedEx Cup. I write it on the board. That's what's going to happen.
Xander Schauffele posts a 9 under for a 9 under total for the Open Championship, and he's the champion golfer of the year.